Jacob. Hey boys, welcome back to another epic. Jacob, why don't you tell these puns what we're doing?
Hi everyone, welcome to this masterclass on how to improve para ice hockey. Today we have two champion coaches who are going to coach us a little bit more about the basics of para ice hockey. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi,
No,
you
go first.
You can go.
You go
Yeah.
first. No, you take it. Yeah, go ahead.
You gonna do it?
I'll go.
Yeah, you go.
Hi, I'm Oli Poston, 7-time Bangladesh Pro, 12-time All-Star. My resume is pretty massive. I won one championship back when I was younger. It was a medal. But other than that, just all around the greatest hockey player on earth. I coach the best players in the world like Connor McDavid and Jacob Ardon. Take it away.
I'm Jacob Bardow, natural athlete, purebred beauty, and an absolute wizard on the sheet. I played my tenure in the Virgin Island Elite League as absolute weapon out there, set recce's like most stick and fractions in one period. With 13 to start a game, which was pretty remarkable. Played in every all-star game known to man. I've coached literally everybody, and everybody's better thanks to me. So,
Nice.
thanks, man.
That was good.
Thanks, man. You too.
So first question from the floor, what background do you have in para hockey?
Basically all of it. It's basically just normal hockey, but different. So it's all about going top corners. We played it one time.
Dominated.
Absolutely crushed it. We were both shooting just bar down the whole time. It was really easy to raise the puck, clappers. And I think we were clocked at like 70 mile an hour from coast to coast. So.
Kilometers per hour. Also, like, you can't really play it unless you have jacked arms. Like, I'm pretty jacked. I work out once or twice a year, so I'm pretty big myself. So it's really easy for me to get
and you're all upper body.
Yeah, I'm all upper B. So I mean, we're pretty much the best at it.
Yeah,
and that's kind of just it.
And why we're here, basically.
Yeah.
How do we improve para hockey?
Well, a big thing is what I've noticed is the body contact. So we got kind of chirped at because I went straight up T-boned Oli, and apparently you're not allowed to do that. But I think that's a little bogus, personally. You got to set the tone when you're playing these types of games, especially on ice. That's when you're allowed to be physical. So you want to be able to just go through people. The speed, we got to increase the speed. So we want to find little cheats for the steals underneath. We have a few ideas for that, kind of taper it forward so you're always launching down ice like that.
Yeah, because if it's tilted, it's always going to go forward.
Yeah, and if you can afford it, you can actually hook up like a 24-volt battery underneath the seat and give you a little rocket boost underneath. So there's definitely lots of little tricks that could definitely increase the game speed and physicality. I think we really just got to go for it.
I think more fights too, personally.
Yeah.
Is there a way to fight well?
Yeah, like anytime you're going into a scrap, you just want to make sure that you get your mitts off first, at least one of them. And you just want to target this area. Everyone thinks you go for this area, but if you go for this area, that's key. Because the hardest thing to do when you're fighting is breathe. Like, so if you just knock the wind out of them, you're guaranteed a W.
So yeah, you punch the throat, he can't breathe, and he'll probably go in consciousness and he'll just drop and you'll win the fight for sure.
Yes, easy Tilly every time.
So I've got to write this down.
Yeah, just write punch the throat, and that's
punch the throat.
Yeah, I don't.
Or you can even slash it too.
The rest of the guys aren't writing anything down though, so I don't know if you guys wanted to.
We know that already. We're already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with Paul.
We're American. We don't have to write things down.
No, we have concussions. No, we don't.
Right?
That's a good church.
Got him. Oh, good.
Look, they don't know
If you're gonna chirp, you should probably say it so people can actually hear you.
You probably wear a bird cage.
You are a bird cage. How much liquid do you have in the cup?
It's empty.
Is it bottomless?
I need a refill.
That's his 14th coffee today.
It is my 14th coffee today.
He's wired.
That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
But they're 12 ounces, aren't they?
I don't know. It's about this big.
Yeah, it's about 16 ounces.
It's like a 4-finger mitt drink.
4 fingers. It's 4 fingers.
Aren't you the metric system in Canada?
Yeah, you try to do everything by fingers.
Yeah, it's like 4 kilometers an hour full.
It's a bit like how you measure horses by hands. You do coffee by fingers.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So there's been some questions about how to improve their hockey, and we have some video examples of what people want some advice on.
Oh, what?
Oh. What?
It's good form.
So this is skating outside in Australia. What would you say to improve this?
Yeah, the one thing I noticed is he's not moving because there's no ice.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I would recommend trying to freeze that area
Mhm.
just underneath the sled there.
But no, they don't get freeze in Australia because it's too hot.
So take a bunch of air
Ice cube.
conditioning units,
Yeah.
and you just want to cool that down. You should be able to buzz on it. But the great form on the arm movement there, if it was ice, I think he'd be going at a pretty good clip.
It's great plaid too. I like that. His style is pretty good. Form's good. He's just lacking the ice.
Yeah.
And that's it. Is that filmed in Australia?
In the middle of winter.
Middle one, yeah.
That's dead winter.
That's center of winter.
It's a great,
Yeah,
again,
that's
great form.
dead. It's definitely dead.
I would honestly just if you can get like a bag of ice, I don't know if you guys have that there. Just get a bag of ice cubes even, and you probably have to go quick, but just chuck them under there, and you should get a few rolls at least.
Right.
It's actually good advice. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's the only kind I have.
Thank you, Paul.
So here's another one from England, which we've been told is inspirational.
That's great. That's great to build. Like I said, I'm pretty jacked, so it's great to build your lower
Lower elbows,
elbow joints. So you have the
strength,
no, it's like a muscle back here.
lower elbows.
Your lower elbows, like it helps.
Bicep?
Yeah, I'm with the guy getting towed. That's a smart play because as a superstar like me, you want to conserve your energy. So you just want to hook onto one of the plugs out there and then conserve it, get the biscuit, and then rip one top corners. Don't worry about wasting energy. Just worry about taking that shot. So yeah, if you can catch a toe anytime off a plug, definitely do it.
This is also like this is a fantastic drill, like that I would recommend to all the players. Toe a guy, and if he's afraid to block shots, just tow him around and let the boys just fire it at him.
Actually, that might be one of the smartest plays
Yeah.
you've ever said. Yeah.
So that'll get him used to blocking shots. Tow him around, and all the boys just tee up and clap bombs at him.
And then you don't have to block the biscuit either because you put someone else in to block the biscuit. Now you let go, grab the biscuit, and rip the biscuit. That's a clutch
That's
play.
quite genius.
That is
actually.
clutch.
You don't think this is bullying?
I just thought of
You don't think this is bullying then by pulling them around the ice?
No,
No, it's
training. It's a training drill.
As long as you say
Right.
it's training, then it's not bullying. Or if you say just kidding, it's not bullying.
Or you can also say it's a prank.
Yeah,
That works.
prank too. Yeah.
That's only in Canada, though. You can't say just kidding in the US.
But in Minnesota, you can just say, "Oh, sorry about that."
Right.
That-
But you
that
can't
works.
say just kidding. That's
Sorry.
Fletcher.
Jay, can you
North
say
of the border. Go ahead.
Right.
Yep.
Maybe in 218.
Tony? Do you
So
think you
with
can?
that towing, where should you tow them across? Could you use that as a defensive strategy with that rope to stop them coming through? So run it on the blue line, maybe?
Well, David, it's more of a training drill. I don't recommend it in a game. I would just recommend it as a training thing. You know, it would be like me tying a rope to Jay Jacobs skates, pulling him around and let the other teammates shoot at him. It's just like it's just a shot blocking drill.
Yeah. If you do find a way to utilize it in a game, I would
What
say
the
that
heck is that?
I was studying the dictionary.
Utilize.
So if you find a way in a game to do it, you want to just drag them across your bluey. So those D-men, when they're shooting the biskies at you, you're trying to just block them there. And then you got a clean B-way as soon as you drop the tow rope.
To utilize.
Yeah.
Tony, tilt your camera.
What's that?
Can you tilt your camera?
I am not in Canada. No.
You can't make that up.
This is an ancient Australian training drill. We want to hear your advice on this.
This is perfect. It's perfect coasting drill.
Yeah. Great coasting drill. I think they should ramp it up to 100 kilometers per hour. Like super fast so they can get that kind of.
It's so smart though, because you're working on coasting. It's all about conserving energy. So it's just about streamlining that and tucking the moose behind the hoops of the rudder at the front. And then you just explode out, rip one top corns every single time.
Yes. The key is to conserve your energy 90% of every shift.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be going as hard as you can because that's just going to waste your energy. You want to wait for the perfect time. Like if a puck is chipped loose and you get a B-way, that's what you want. You don't want to be skating hard for that long.
Plus,
that's for sure.
The more you coast, the longer shifts you can take. So you can stay out 15, 16 minutes at a time.
True.
And then you can get more goals. So we're too busy winning
Lance
hockey
Armstrong.
games.
But you didn't win para hockey games against the US though.
Let me
Right.
tell you a secret
Tell
about Canadians, okay? Every once in a while, because we feel so bad and we're so polite, that we allow other countries to win gold medals.
Because we will.
But you guys don't even have normal bowling.
Normal.
If that
what?
helps you sleep at night, I think you should keep going with that narrative.
Just fine at night. I would beat Paul up easy.
It's a little limbo action.
I think a little
I like
more
that.
speed, but I like the crawl. She was buzzing too. And then
Now you got to have more speed to get under that. The second you start crawling, you're wasting
I was
energy.
thinking the same thing.
See what I'm thinking.
You got to get more speed and slide.
What I'm thinking for this drill is it's obviously a great drill. I recommend it. Maybe add 2 or 3 more of those. So they got to go through. But I'm thinking, you want them to come in with speed. You want them to try a little bit harder. So what I'm thinking is you add an electric fence instead of the string. So if they hit that,
Smart.
they get shocked or they get zapped. And it teaches them not to make those mistakes again
Yeah.
and to go quicker. Because nobody wants to get zapped.
Jacob, you kind of look like a guy that's been shocked a lot.
Final question for this masterclass. I feel that I've learned a lot and that we could go at least to 14th in the world because of your training. Jake, do you think you could make it to top 12 if we make 14th?
I mean, if not 10th, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Shoot for 10.
Full of coffee.
Hey, Jacob, an only question for you. Do you think it would be smart for England and Australia to experience a game, or not a game, actually a weekend at the Hendrickson Foundation Festival? I know you guys have been there. We had 20 para ice hockey teams there last year, but none from Australia and England. Do you think that would help them get to move up the ladder?
Top one.
I think it'd be Soup's crew sheet personally.
Shoot for 1.
Going to that Hendy Foundation, we've been advocates for it for 3 years now.
Yep.
Probably the best place to be. It's always a good time, and there is a lot of good stuff going on there. So highly recommend if you boys can make it out to Minnesota, the Super Rinks in Blaine for the Hendy Foundation. It is unbelievable. They put on a great event.
And also we can all meet there and we can have a battle. We can all battle it out.
We can put 4 nets in 4 corns and just go all out war.
I like that. Yeah. And it's in America.
Yeah, so Ollie and Jacob.
We call that God's
going to be
country.
on the Australian team and which one's going to be on the English team? If we get out there, you're going to have to be one on each team to
I'll
help
go
coach us from the
Australia.
odds.
'Cause you've
I'll
been
dibs
there.
Australia because I've been there, so I'm pretty
Yeah.
much a permanent citizen,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I like that jersey.
Yeah,
So
and then I'm gonna take Sheffield because I like those logos. But
Yeah.
you have to give me a jersey, and I'll give
I
it.
mean, it's a done deal.
Okay, so
But
yeah,
can you drink your tea with your little finger out though? You know, like in those books.
I only have to pull it out. Pull it out. Okay, that's good.
tea and crumpets.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're in the team.
And on that inspirational note, we will end off today's masterclass. I'd like to thank Jake and Ollie for teaching Canada, Australia, and England how to beat America. We can only hope that it will start soon.
It's coming, boys. Thanks for having us out. We really appreciate it.